Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, I'll start then. So this vlog's something a bit different today because we've asked a lot of questions, aren't we?
Yeah.
Regarding how we find campsite work, how we find working on a campsite.
And because the weather's pants and we need to do something from inside the van. We got 40 mile an hour
No,
winds
you can't
today
say
in
that.
Keswick.
Can't say that, but yeah, that as well.
That's the truth.
But no, we wanted to cover this.
We have wanted to cover this
because
for
we
a
have
while.
been
We've had a few questions, yeah.
Yeah, we get quite a few regular.
Yes, so we're going to cover like how we find jobs, how we find doing the job. Obviously we've been at it for over a year now, and we've had a few jobs.
Well, we're nearly at the end of the.
We're pretty much at the end of this season
now.
for 2023, yeah.
Yeah, we've only got
3 more weeks.
3 weeks, something
3
like
more
that.
weeks. Yes, so I will. We're going to cover how we found our jobs. The first initial job that I found when we went to the pop-up, I found on Indeed.
Right. Yeah.
That was way before I even knew.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that because you were in
That
work.
was,
So,
that was just me making a random decision to go off and be a warden and give up a house. Yeah, that was it. But it's not brilliant because obviously some of the campsites that advertise on there are just wanting receptionists from the local area and don't want to provide a pitch or accommodation. The main one that we use is UK Campsites.
Well, but we'll get into the basics of it first. What we tend to do is Google couples, campsite,
I don't Google
warden.
couples.
I do. I Google couples, campsite, warden jobs on Google, and then it'll come up with campsites.co.uk, park jobs, caravan job finder,
and park jobs. So I will put some screenshots of finding these websites on as well, and I'll chuck some links in the description because it just makes life easier. But we're also both on the UK Campsite Warden job page on Facebook. There's people advertising on there all the time, campsites advertising on there all the time, and they do have a list, apparently, I've never asked, of bad places to work. So if you email the admin, they've got, apparently, we have heard, got a list of places not to go to that people have reported are not great places to work.
Yes.
So that's probably a good way to start. We're going to talk to you about some.
What I get on with is what is a bad campsite. It may be the fact that you've got to work for your pitch.
Well, this is what we're going to talk about, some red flags to watch out for with regards to when you do an interview with a campsite and some of the stuff that it says in the job description. So, start. What would you say is a big red flag?
Paying for your pitch.
Yes.
Or your accommodation.
Or electric.
Well, see, let's get on to the accommodation. So, a lot of sites will either offer you a pitch, fully serviced pitch, or you can get a caravan lodge, whatever it is they offer. Now, here and the last site we worked, Anglesey, the lodge, the accommodation was free. Electric, free gas, free lodgings.
And our pitch and electric is free, and obviously we provide our own gas.
But we did
mobile.
Yeah, but we did apply for a job last year, and they wanted 50% of the electric, which was in Scotland. So when you're thinking you're going up in February, and then there till now, how cold it is, the electric you're going to use. We don't use a lot now because we're on lithium.
But it is on quite a lot because of me.
Yes. So paying for your electric is not a red flag. 50%.
It is a little bit, yeah.
What you remember
something to watch
is
out for because it comes out of the cost of your earnings basically, and you don't earn a lot as a campsite warden. Most of them are minimum wage.
Yeah, we're lucky we're not.
Yeah, we're lucky we're not minimum wage, but most of them are, especially the club sites, they're minimum wage. So, you know, you're talking about the fact that you're getting the accommodation and you're living for free, but if you're still running a house at home while you're doing this, it's also another cost that you've got to consider.
I've just thought of something else, but I forgot now.
It's not unusual for you. With regards to interviews, a lot of sites, especially the one we're on now, we were all the way in Wales. We didn't want to trek to the Lake District. They did a Zoom interview. So if they like you and they like the sound of you, they will do that, and you won't have to trek to the site. It's a good idea if you're nearby to go and scope it out. And
I was going to say I would have gone to the site, because I would have come here, looked at all these caravans, looked at all these pods and the hex pods up there and whatnot. I would have asked the question in person, do you have a team of cleaners for these? Yes or no.
Another thing I would say is don't worry so much about jobs, because they come up all the time. Like, even throughout the season, there's wardens leaving. Sites are advertising during the middle of the season, the start of the season, the end of the season. People are advertising now for the end of this season because they've lost wardens. So I wouldn't worry so much about not being able to find something.
Definitely.
I had a panic last year, as you know, and I wanted something before we went to Europe. But you don't need to. You really don't need to.
But if you also go to the site, ask where your pitch will be, because your pitch, we've either found, is you are top of the site on show. That's okay. It's normally a really nice pitch, but you've got to remember that every customer is going to see you going into your unit in your uniform. So if the electric strips at 11 o'clock at night,
They're going to be banging on your
they're not going to ring the warden's phone because, the warden's only 3 doors down. But then on the other side of it, we're on an old static pitch. We got no grass, just pure gravel.
It's not pretty.
No.
So yeah, we found that a couple of pitches that we've been on as wardens tend to not be the nicest of pitches, because they save them for customers. It just depends on the site. Obviously there's some sites out there that fence the warden pitches off and have really gorgeous pitches for them. It's just
Something else I didn't notice, because you're normally expected to do walk rounds of an evening. Here it's not too bad, you get paid for it, but a lot of sites do stipulate in the advert walk rounds to cover pitch cost, which means basically you're going to do, if you do 3 nights, 3 hours
to pay for your pitch, basically,
and you're £11 an hour, that's £33 you won't be paid for. That's what they're saying. You'll pay towards
the 2
your
sites
pitch.
that we've been on. Luckily we got paid for walk rounds.
Yes, we get paid for walk rounds.
So yeah, it's another question that you need to ask. Those nights that you're on walk round, it also will have the night phone. It's rare you get called out, I will say, in the 2 years we've been doing it, 2
Second
seasons
year,
we've been doing it, really. It's not 2 years, is it? 2 seasons. Probably a handful of times is the most we've been called out.
We've never been called out in the middle of the night.
I have.
Not here.
No, I did at Anglesey.
Yeah, that was that person checking in. But yeah, you don't get called out in the middle of the night.
Also, like where we are now, the warden's pitch is basically all the way down the bottom of the site, and if you get somebody that can't get through the barrier, you have to schlep up to the top of the site, even if it's peeing down with rain, to let them in. So the site that you're on is also a consideration with regards to how fit you are walking up and down hills. We both had a really lazy time in Europe last year, and as you know, we finished early because we left Bedgellert early, so we were very unfit when we got here.
Speak for yourself.
I was. But yeah, I'm on aim to keep fit this winter, because I'm not doing that again. That was hard work, learning how to walk up and down that hill every day, a couple of times a day. Pitching.
Yeah.
Some sites do it. I have to say, most sites that we've been on as tourers, we've never been pitched. But every site we've worked on, we pitch.
It's as good and it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's good here because we've got the buggy. At Anglesey it was different because there was a big team of us, and high season we did 7 days, so it was, you'd have people stationed on different areas of the site, and you on reception would send them down each track to go and meet each person to pitch.
But they were all different sizes for different units in Anglesey.
We are different sizes for different
here.
units here, yeah. So that's a massive issue when it comes to reception. We've got a booking reception that tells us the size of each pitch and how big a unit you can fit on it, and the system does do a lot of it for you, but you can squeeze units on smaller pitches because they are a bit bigger than they say in the book. It's all a learning curve. It's also the systems that you use in reception can be completely different. I've used 2 different systems so far. So with regards to doing reception, both the sites that we've been on are a little bit sexist, I have to say. The boys don't do reception and the girls do reception.
Yeah, very true.
Makes sense with regards to me and him because he's never done any admin, and most of my experience is admin based, but it's not hard to learn. It's not rocket science. They should teach the boys to do it.
Yeah. But as a daily role, it varies. Some sites you'll get that you do fixed hours. Here we're on...
Yeah, it's shifts basically
Yeah.
here because we have an earlier shift and a late shift. Because as you know, the site, it's, what day is it? Sunday to Thursday, it's till 7 p.m. and then Friday, Saturday, we're open until 9 p.m. So you've got to have somebody on each of those shifts every single day. Weekends, as you know, you will be working weekends as
And
campsite
bank holidays.
warden and bank holidays. We were really lucky that we used to get Fridays off and it was nice, but now we haven't.
No.
But yeah, weekends you will generally all be on. I have to say, none of us are off on a weekend.
No.
We're all on. Your team of wardens is a massive, massive thing, and it's a good thing probably if you can meet them before you start.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
you
that implies the site
if you
trying to
get
replace
invited,
the ward, right? If some wardens aren't coming back or they want more or whatever, it is to start recruiting before the end of season. So yeah, because meeting the wardens is a big thing.
Yeah, you have to. You do work really closely together as a team, and you really have to be a team player. As far as I'm concerned, you can't just be out for yourself. You've got to consider other people in the role.
But as you say, yeah, daily things, toilets.
Yeah, you can't. You
Showers.
cannot be afraid of getting yourself in with the poo.
Well, the thing is, industrial bleach is your friend. You can spray and leave, and it will take away any nasty marks.
But as you know from our last vlog last year in Anglesey, we had some weird stuff happen there. We've had some weird stuff happen here. People are strange, and a lot of people are absolutely disgusted. So, if you've got a sensitive stomach, it's not really the job for you. Your role varies so much though because the boss here has just got herself a new Labrador puppy. He's so adorable, but he seems to be puppy sitting on reception, so that's quite nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really varied. We didn't tend to do different things most days, don't we? The facilities blocks is your main job throughout the day, really, because there's 3 of them on here and 2 of them are fairly big.
Two of them are big.
Yeah, so it does take up a large.
Even the 3's quite big. The 3rd one, because it's got a pot wash and an accessible.
Yeah, it takes a large portion of your day to clean the facilities blocks, and generally there's only 2 of you on the facilities on this site. I don't know how other sites run it. I know Caravan and Motorhome have dedicated times that they shut their facilities blocks, don't they? But we don't. It's just a case of as and when the wardens get round to it, it gets done.
Holidays, you do accrue holidays. You can either take them, but most sites, if you speak to them beforehand and you just want to work and have the money, just say to them, I don't want any holidays at the end of the season. Will I get any holiday pay, or do I need to take my holidays? Ask the question.
Generally don't let you take them in high season, so school holidays,
July
summer
till
holidays.
beginning of September.
Yeah. We were looking.
Depends on area, because obviously beginning of July Scottish holidays.
Yes, yeah, the Scottish are off earlier than the rest of them, so it just depends where you are and when their summer holidays are. But as a rule of thumb, most sites won't let you have time off in the high season in the summer holidays. No. It's busy. Keswick's definitely very, very busy in the summer holidays. You got to take that into account as well, as far as I'm concerned, is where your site is situated. Because Anglesey, as beautiful as it was in the middle of nowhere. There was nothing to do. Whereas this site is ideally situated for transport links. You can get the bus, you can go and get the train. You can drive the van. There's loads and loads of spots that you can get to from here. But Anglesey, you had to drive the van. There was nowhere to park it.
No, but it's expensive as well.
The lakes is very expensive. Yes.
I think the most we've paid is £80 for 2 meals and 2 drinks.
Yeah, it's quite. Was that Pooley Bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite expensive. So it just depends on your lifestyle. If you're full timers like us, you save a large portion of your money, even regards to how much we've spent this year, which has been a lot. but you do save a lot because you've got no outgoings. Your pitch is free, your wards is free, your electric's free.
Yeah.
You're living for free, so you're not maintaining.
And I've had a fair few months of free gas.
Yeah, you're not maintaining a house at home, so you do save quite a lot of money.
You do.
But that is if you're not going back to a property. It just depends on how you want to do it. People dip in and out because, like, 2 of the wardens on here, they've got a house and they live in the flat above one of the blocks, so they get accommodation. Some sites don't offer accommodation at all. We've got a couple of statics on here. We've got the flat that they offer as accommodation as well as pitches. So yeah, it just depends on your site, but it's a question that you do need to have written down to ask in your interview.
You do. Or if you're looking at a site, look at an interactive map as such, and if looks like there's a pitch that's not numbered or named or whatnot, it's probably the Warden's pitch.
That is another thing that I would advise you to do, is definitely go on their website before you apply. Have a look at the reviews.
Go on TripAdvisor for reviews.
Have a look at the reviews. Google
for
have
reviews.
a look at reviews and just see what you think. Because obviously you've got to take most reviews with a pinch of salt. But if you've got bad review after bad review after bad review, you aren't going to have a nice time as a warden because you're the one that gets picked on.
Yes. That's one of the biggest things with pitching. Because if you pitch them, like here, you drive down the site, there's some beautiful views higher up. The lower down you come, the views get less. And I say, there's your pitch there. You're the first person they're going to go to.
Can we not go on that one over there?
Can I go on up there where I could see that? No, that's already taken.
Or then you get the European units, which obviously we have to pitch 6 metres apart from the next unit, so we pitch them on a certain side of the pitch. They don't like it, they start kicking off. You have to pitch them so they've got this much gap to get out of the door. It's you have some regular arguments.
Yes, you have some regular issues, but 90% of the time they're happy.
Yeah, and 90% of the people that you speak to are on holiday and they're happy and they're nice, and it is a nice job, but you live in your job. That is another thing you have to.
Yeah.
You're walking up and down the site to do your washing, and you're talking to the other wardens.
Free laundry.
Yeah. Make sure there's free laundry because both sites we've had it. So you shouldn't be paying for your laundry.
Yeah, make sure you got it.
But yeah, you end up talking to the other wardens, talking to people in reception when you go and collect parcels, even on your days off. So you are involved in work when you're not in work. That is a thing.
Also ask if you can have parcels and shopping delivered.
Yeah, shopping's a big one.
If you don't want to go off site like we do and have the shopping delivered because it's just 10 times easier, we ask the question on the interview, can we have shopping delivered? Yes. Are we alright to get Amazon, for argument's sake, delivered? Yeah, not an issue. So always ask that because
some sites are funny about it.
And ask which supermarket to deliver to, especially if you're going quite remote.
Yeah. Because
they'll just say, oh, only Asda delivers it. If you don't like Asda, then...
Well, we have Asda and Sainsbury's here, but we've got Sainsbury's Pass, so we just use
and
Sainsbury's.
Tesco's. They all deliver here, to be fair.
Yeah, it's pretty good, to be fair. Trying to think what else. We're quite lucky we've got the little shop on site, so if we run out of something we can just grab it from the shop, and we do get a discount in the shop and the gallery as well. So if there is an on-site restaurant or something, that's worth a question of asking if you get a discount as a staff member.
But if it's got a restaurant, bar, etc., you want to ask, will I be expected to work there? Because if you've never done bar work, you can't be expected to pull a pint. Because
obviously I'm here and I've done the shop, the gallery. I've never worked in a shop. I've never given somebody a coffee. So it's a learning curve.
But it's only a machine, isn't it?
It is only a push-button machine. You have people asking you for stupid things on the big board, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
But yeah, if you've got shop or any food, or even outside catering vans.
Yes.
Ask if you get a discount.
Ask if you get a discount, yeah. Sorry, the camera decided it was going to overheat and went off.
Useless.
So, is there anything else we need to talk about?
Don't think there is. Covered electric, covered possible charges and whatnot. I think we're pretty much here. Some sites do offer free Wi-Fi.
Every site I've been on, though, the Wi-Fi's been pants.
Yeah.
It's never very good.
No.
Yeah, that is another consideration, especially if you're a YouTuber, is where you are and how good the internet is, because Anglesey it was rubbish and it took so long to upload a vlog there, whereas here we've got the phone mast down there and it's really quick. It's not very quick today though, because the weather's rubbish.
And there's probably a lot of people on it.
Because everybody's inside. Weather's another issue, like today
UK weather's always an issue.
is our day off and we are trapped in the van together.
Oh,
No,
together.
I want to kill him, he's doing me head in.
Yeah, it's not. It's only windy. We could go for a walk. Well, we need to go for a walk because we need some milk.
We do need some milk, so we're going to have to brave it and go into Keswick. But yeah, that's a consideration you definitely need to make if this is the kind of lifestyle choice you're thinking about and you haven't done it before. Don't forget, it's not a 2-week holiday. It's going to be 8 months, probably minimum.
No, 7.
7 months minimum.
Because some sites shut at the end of September.
Depending on the size of your
Don't
van or your motorhome, you are stuck in a very tiny place with your partner for a very long time. Pets as well, that is another thing you should ask. Southampton was no dogs on site, and although staff members were allowed dogs, we weren't allowed to show the fact that we had dogs. I had to whiz them off site early in the morning and late at night to go for a pee. It was a bit of a faff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better to find a site that's pet friendly if you're taking dogs with you.
Yeah. I think a lot of them are though, aren't they?
Some people don't like dogs. Strange people don't like dogs.
No.
Speaking of dogs, Daisy got stung by a wasp this morning, so she's not feeling herself, bless her. She's had some periton, so she's a bit sleepy and the swelling's gone down, but yeah, nasty little things are in the walk. The cut through up there, they're the ones that got me in the summer.
There is one bonus with being on a static pitch. I've got an Elsan point right outside my van.
Yeah, otherwise you would have to take the toilet all the way up to the block and it's uphill.
I wouldn't. I'd wait till I was on shift. So then what I'd do is, like last night I would have whipped down, got the cassette, whizzed it up to the Elsan, emptied it so I knew we were alright for 2 days, and then just do it while I'm in work. So yeah, there's ways and means.
So I would say, if it's something you're thinking about and you're frightened of applying, just apply. It's not rocket science. You don't need to be the most brainy person to do it. It's all about customer service at the end of the day.
So some interviews are like, can you speak? Can you deal with people? That's it.
Yeah.
And some others they'll want.
Yeah. So
your customer service background.
And we had a really rubbish interview with the Caravan and Motorhome Club. I am going to say this on film because it annoyed me. I don't know what they want. They seem to want people to be CEOs or something, don't they? It was the stupidest interview for somebody that cleans bogs and checks people in, and there's just no need for it. It was like interviewing for a CEO job. It was stupid, and it's no wonder they don't get people applying with them.
But I found though, it's not so much the CEO job that they wanted. They wanted people that had no customer service.
Yeah, just adhere to the rules. Yeah.
The question is that did it. I know what it was. It was how would you deal with someone that checks in after 8 o'clock and we have no overnight bay or something outside the site? And I went, well, it depends how long they're going to be and what the reason is and so forth. That sort of answer is not true. 8 o'clock is cut off, full stop. That's not customer service. That's not going the extra mile. They might have got stuck on.
Like that one night in Anglesey, they closed the main route into Anglesey.
A55.
Yeah, and there was 20 units that were stuck in it. We just had to stay and wait for them. We weren't going to turn away 20 units. It was just ridiculous.
No, 7 o'clock, that's it. We're closed.
You have to take the rough with the smooth sometimes. Just shit happens, doesn't it?
It does. And that's your customer service side. isn't
And
it?
we also have that here, so we do allow people to check in when we're not manning reception, up until a reasonable amount of time, especially if they're not putting up a tent or an awning, just to pitch up, and we'll leave the packs out for them, but they do need to let us know in advance, and they need to have the right registration on the barrier, because otherwise it won't open.
Nope.
So that ANPR system is brilliant and rubbish at the same time. Lots of people don't know their own registration plate, and you'll check them in and they'll go, yeah, I think that's right, and you'll be like, well, it needs to be right, otherwise the barrier's not going to let you in. Then you've got the issue with motorbikes. They don't have a front registration plate, so they won't let them in. They have to have a code. It's all a bit faffy, isn't it?
It is.
At Davin Ross we had
Intercom.
fob system with the gate,
Yeah.
so every person that had checked in would get issued a fob with a deposit, so they didn't take them home with them, and then that would give them access to the gate.
Or when they were checking in, it was intercom.
But then you also had the same issue because we had the access to the beach down at the bottom, the pedestrian
Yes,
gate.
same
You get
fob.
people just walk in to have a look and they'd be stuck on site and couldn't get back off. Because they thought they'd just walk in behind someone to have a look, and then all the gates are locked and they don't have a fob. So yeah, it's a lot of patience is required to be a warden, but it's the same in any customer service job.
It is, isn't it? To be fair, it's no different.
But yeah, overall, I like it. It's something that I want to continue doing. You do have to be fairly physically fit, I have to say. It's not for somebody who wants to sit on the bum all day. Is it?
I don't know, I don't sit in my bum all day.
I clock up over 6,000 steps every single day.
Even when I sat on reception doing nothing.
I don't sit on reception doing nothing though, do I?
I don't know.
When am I sat on reception doing nothing?
Whenever you're on reception.
Like 4 hours a week at the minute, not a lot.
Alright, okay.
I'm mostly cleaning facilities and pitching people because you're standing in the cleaning cupboard on your phone.
Don't, I'm working.
Whatever.
Working.
Sending me out in the rain to pitch people
Of
because you
course,
don't
I
want to get
wanna
wet.
I don't get wet. A lot of time and effort goes into my hair on a daily basis.
Such a knob.
That's pretty much it. Any
Yeah.
questions? Feel
Any
free
questions?
to drop
Yeah.
us.
Email.
Email,
We've done this on the
Instagram.
back of a couple of emails and messages that we've had
Yeah.
about doing it. So yeah, we thought we would stick this one out there.
Yeah.
But yes, any questions? Feel free to ask. We will reply. I'll reply. Stephen doesn't do it. What do you do?
Do reply to some.
No, you don't.
Instagram ones I do.
You don't do any of the filming. You don't do any of the editing.
No, the camera does the
you don't
filming.
do
Look.
any of the social media.
Look, the camera does the
You
filming.
don't.
Look, hello, camera. Do you do the filming? Yeah, I do. There you
You
go.
set the
see?
camera up.
Well, you do.
Mm.
And you went, I was making myself a brick.
Oh, well important that.
Very important, that bit. Can't film without a cup of tea or a beer.
You need a partner who
She's amazing.
shares the load,
Amazing.
basically, unless because you do end up doing it all yourself.
I share a load.
No, you don't. We walk in from work at night, you sit your bum there and don't frigging move.
I've been at it for 18 hours.
So have I.
18
Do the
hours.
same shifts as you.
I do longer than you.
You're so full of shit.
I work longer hours than you.
One lazy git.
I do. I work 18-hour days. You do 8,
No, you don't.
6.
No, you don't.
I'm always working. I remember that.
Skiving.
Working.
Skiving.
Working.
So yes, we are on wind down now, looking forward to our jaunt over to Spain and getting some sunshine because we don't seem to get a lot of it in the lakes.
True.
And we both got proper itchy feet.
No, mine are alright. I still do a shower.
I'm going to go before I throttle him on camera.
Kinky.
I'm not kinky. And then I might get Mark to get the digger and bury you.
Can't the digger's cutting edges at the moment. It's got the edge bit on, it's cutting edges up there. I've seen.
Oh, that's another thing.
Diggers?
some of the skills that you get asked, like we've been asked about planting flowers and stuff, and we're both not very
My answer is I'd rather kill them than
garden
plant
orientated, shall we say. But yeah, we would prefer no grass, flags and no flowers. Pretty to look at, but we haven't got a clue. So, depends on whether they want a maintenance role or a general warden role.
them. Yeah, but the thing is, Helen and Jason pick up them.
Yeah.
Because they do know a lot more about plants. Cause
Depends on your team, I suppose. And we do have a maintenance team here as well.
Mm.
So, yeah, we don't get asked to do much of the maintenance apart from painting fences.
No, I've done a fair bit.
Not because you've been asked to, though.
I have to sort tallies out. What's that one done?
No, what?
I fixed the tumble
You did fix the thing.
on my own back.
That was because we needed it, though.
I don't know, I've done a few bits. And Mark's not been here. I've had to do it.
Anyway, enough waffle. We're
Yeah.
going
I'm going to go where?
to walk into Keswick and get some milk.
Yeah.
Get blown into Keswick and get some milk.
Yeah. I'll wait here for you.
You can go on your bike. I'll wait here for you.
Can't go on my bike. It's
Bye.
charging.
You'll be up and down in 5 minutes. Go on your
I
bike.
can't mind charging. I haven't got a long enough cable. I've got a 2 mile long cable.
So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Please remember to
Like, comment, subscribe, and send us any
questions.
emails, questions, anything at all. We're happy to help.
Yeah, you can get hold of us on here, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
whatever. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
See you later.
Bye bye.